Welcome back to my channel. I am your favorite mother of 1, 2, 3 babies, Bougie Vintage, and today's video is a life update, baby update. By the time you see this video, Miss Nola will be 3 months old. We will get into Nola in a second. I'm going to talk about my children in order. So the first things first is Miss Salem, who is now 3 years old, is a walking, talking machine. She talks from sunup till sundown, and oh my, the thunder, honey. And we cannot get her to stop talking. We cannot get her to stop making noise. We cannot get her to stop to like chill. She is just on go 24/7. And I'm not gonna lie, it is a bit of a challenge. I don't know what I expected from motherhood. I don't know if I thought it was gonna be easy breezy, you know, peaches and roses and just a whole bunch of, you know, sunshine and rainbows, but it is no cakewalk. It's no walk in the park. And it's definitely not for the weak, okay, or for the faint of heart. It's really not. It's just not. I know they say it's terrible twos, but the fact of the matter is it's just terribles, okay? There is no terrible twos. There's no terrible threes, fours, fives, okay? Well, I don't know because I haven't got to those ages yet, but the terrible twos do not end once the child turns 3. They don't magically just go, I'm 3 now, I'm gonna behave myself. No. It's a downward spiral slope, roller coaster, if you may. One of the most challenging things I'm finding with raising my 3-year-old is the not listening. Can drive one crazy. She definitely is working on her listening, and I, as a parent, I'm trying to work on disciplining her because let's be real here. I was raised where I was spanked, okay, and I am not opposed to spanking, but I don't feel like every child needs to be spanked, and I also don't feel like spanking is the answer for every situation and scenario. I feel like there's a lot of teachable moments when things happen, and it's important to realize when those teachable moments are present and to tackle them right away. If I'm being completely honest, I try not to even remember what happened every day because I would lose my mind if I did. Right now, I'm trying to think back to a teachable moment, but literally, 1, mommy brain, 2, I tend to let things just pass. So I'm not really coming with a scenario right now where I could tell you this happened, and instead of doing this, I told her this. Oh, actually, it's slowly coming back to me as I talk. Perfect example. So kids oftentimes repeat themselves a lot. If they are wanting something in particular, they will keep asking you for it until they receive it, even if you've told them to wait. With that being said, my child is one of those kids that will ask you until you deliver your promise. They don't forget things. I don't know if she asked me if they can go outside, and by they I mean we. I don't let them go out by themselves. I don't know if she asked me if they can go outside or if she can have a snack or something. Okay, she asked me for something though, and I told her, yes, give me a minute. She did not want to give me a minute. She wanted me to get up and do it right when she said, but that ain't how it's about to go down in this house. As you can imagine, if you tell somebody to just wait a second and they grow impatient with you without even waiting the full minute for you to deliver on your promise, you can then lose your patience with said person, especially if said person is your child. So because I didn't get up right when she wanted me to, and she started asking me repeatedly, I started to get frustrated. At that moment, I obviously had to be stern with her, but that doesn't really get you anywhere. So fast forward to a different time when I then asked her for something or asked her to grab something for me. I don't know what I asked the child. One time I asked her to do it for me and she told me yes. And for me to hold on a second, which kids will definitely use things against you, she asked me to hold on a minute and I said okay, and I waited for her to deliver on her promise. So when she came to me, I reminded her and I said, hey Salem, you see mommy just asked you for something, and instead of asking you over and over again, I just waited silently until you brought it to me. She said yes. I said, so that's what you should do. And when somebody tells you to wait a minute, you should just wait. And so she said, okay. And so it's just little things like that that you can do as a parent, especially as a first-time mom, to teach your child patience, for one, but also respect, because there's no need to continue asking somebody for something if they told you to just hold on a minute. It's not that they said, wait till tomorrow, the next day, a year from now, whatever the case is, it doesn't really matter. And even if they do say that, then that's just what you have to respect, unless it's like if you ask somebody to pass you the remote for the television and they say, I'll give it to you next year, that's not acceptable. But something more realistic, like give me a minute, give the person a minute. So that's the stuff that I'm trying to teach her now. And so that's one side of the coin. The other side of the coin is when you tell a child to do something or ask a child to do something and they tell you straight up no. Girl, the Lord knows why he saved me when he did, is all I have to say. Because it's tough. It's really tough to constantly be told no by a child. But when I talk to my friends and they have children around my children's age and they're experiencing those same things, I don't take it so personal. I just realize that this is what it is for 3-year-olds and 4-year-olds at this stage. It's so crazy that the body is so sensitive that I felt this tiny eyelash on my lip and I'm like, no. I couldn't see it, but I could feel it. And I'm like, what is irritating me? And I finally just found it. Anyway, it's really important to take note of things that you see your children doing. And this no business, though it is common for kids to tell parents no, how you handle it as a parent is completely up to you. This is kind of one of the reasons why it's really important to get to know not only the person that you're having a child with, but also their family. So your extended family, like your in-laws, it's important to get to know those people on a personal level, because you may see traits in your child that you don't have in yourself. And they're coming from a long line of people that were just like that. And so Salem is a lot like her grandmother on her father's side. And so if I didn't have interactions with my mother-in-law, then I wouldn't really know where it's coming from, you know what I mean? And so it also makes it easier to parent when you know where traits are coming from. Only because my mom was trying to tell me, she's like, listen, when you were a child, this was not how it went. This is not what it was. I don't know what is going on. And so I definitely see traits from her dad's side popping up and popping out severely. Even how extroverted Salem is. So her grandmother on her father's side is very extroverted or always talking, whereas me and her father are introverts. So her father didn't get past that gene, but it skipped right over him, child, and jumped into the child. And so she's very talkative. And when you have two introverted parents, but you're extremely extroverted, you probably find it a little hard to navigate. So I have to be gentle with Salem, because I know that one, she is definitely a sensitive one, but two, it's not her fault. You know what I mean? We don't get to choose our genetics, unfortunately. If we could, I would probably be a freaking model, okay? I would probably be a skinnier legend than I am if we could choose our own genes, but that's just not how it goes. I try to parent her with that knowledge, and so it's really important to get to know the people that you're laying down with and get to know their people as well. And that's just my advice, okay? Because you be trying to parent your kid and you're like, where is this coming from? You know, I was no angel when I was a child, but I definitely was not this defiant, okay? Other than that, she is probably one of the best big sisters you could have. She's so loving. She's the sweetest girl when she's sweet, but when she's sour, child. But she's really, really good to Nola and Belle. and I can't wait to see her excel outside of the home, like in school. I told you guys in the last baby update that she didn't get to go to school. She's not going to get to go to school for September, which I'm really disappointed about because Salem's language skills are on 10. Like, they're amazing, and she's a really bright child, and so I could put her in some kind of preschool thing, and I'm actually contemplating it because my friend did come and visit me yesterday, and her daughter is in preschool, but she's a few months older than Salem, so she was born the year before, so she gets to go to school in September. But because Salem can't go to school in September, she can't make friends yet. By the time she starts school, she's gonna be too damn old, okay? She's gonna be 5, and she's gonna be the oldest in her class, and I think she's gonna be more advanced than the rest of her class by the time she starts school. So yeah, I am really disappointed that she doesn't get to go to actual school, but because of COVID and everything like that anyway, it's really probably not even that big of a deal. If there's even gonna be school next year. Like, the poor kids have not been in school since the teachers were on strike, and then COVID happened, and then it's just like, what is happening? It's unfortunate, but such is life. I don't really know what else to tell you about Salem, because she's like past all those milestone things that she should be hitting. She's well on her way to being a kindergartner. And so now we can talk about Miss Belle. Miss Belle is she is my little special girl. Belle is very particular. Bellamy is the most particular child you will ever meet. She's so funny. She is quite the charmer. And I think she is pretty much Taurus all around. She just turned 2 in May. She knows her whole alphabet, of course. She knows how to count. She knows how to dress herself. She knows how to speak in full sentences. I was actually FaceTiming my cousin the other day, and her son is actually older than Belle, but he doesn't speak as much as Belle does. And so when I was talking to her, I was thinking that he was born after Bellamy, but he was actually born before Bellamy. I think a part of the reason Belle is as advanced as she is because she has or had her older sister to talk to and to learn from. And so she wasted no time. She wasted no time walking. She wasted no time talking. So now, the reason that I say that she's super particular is because even from when she was unable to really formulate sentences, when she would be eating at the table, if her hands were dirty, which I think you guys saw in a video, even if she's still doing the task, she wants you to clean her hands in between. She's gotten a little bit better with it, but I think she has a smidge of OCD. She definitely exhibits a lot of OCD traits, in that, like, early traits in a child, especially where it comes to like what she's wearing for the day. If I do not, she's very particular, and if I don't follow protocol, we are in for serious trouble. One thing that she wants is to wear dresses all the time. The problem is, if you give her a dress but you don't give it to her on the hanger, there will be a war. And so the first time that this happened, I didn't know that this is what was happening. So she picked a dress out of the closet, and I said, okay. And so I gave her the dress, but she still sat there crying and carrying on, and I'm like, what is the problem? So she's telling me, pick me up. So I pick her up, and she's pointing and telling me she wants the hanger. And I'm like, you want the hanger? And she's like, mm-hmm. So I'm like, okay. So I give her the hanger. She takes the hanger, takes the dress, puts the dress back on the hanger, takes the hanger off of the dress, and then puts the dress on her body. And I thought this was absolutely insane the first time I witnessed it, but it was a teachable moment for me to know, okay, this kid likes to have the independence of removing the clothing from the hanger herself. I think it's absolutely nuts, but it is what it is. She prefers leggings over shorts, and she actually refers to leggings as panties. So she wants to always put on panties. She is fully potty trained, so she doesn't wear diapers. She doesn't wear pull-ups. We skipped the pull-up stage of potty training. I just went straight to toilet, and I bought these padded underwears off of Amazon. They're like Peppa Pig and like Paw Patrol, and I think Minnie Mouse as well. So I bought a pack of underwear. When I was potty training her full throttle and she had accidents in her underwear, if it was like poo and it was really bad, I would just chuck the underwear. I bought it with that purpose. it's a waste of money to some, but I really just didn't want, I don't like to clean that kind of poo. So I just chucked it, and that only happened a few times before she was fully potty trained and like not peeing in her sleep and not wetting the bed. So now, even though she has the occasional accident, because she's potty trained pretty early, like I think with Salem, I started potty training her after she turned 2. Belle was potty trained before she turned 2. A tip for potty training is you have to commit. One, you have to commit to actually making them go on the toilet or the potty. I didn't use a potty, I used straight up toilet. So if that means you have to set a timer on your phone for 4, 5, 6 times a day where you're sending them to the bathroom, then you do that. I didn't really do that, but I made sure that she was constantly going pee, or asking her, hey Belle, do you need to go pee? A lot of the time she would tell me no, but the answer was really yes. So she would say no, and then maybe she would sit there for another 5 minutes, and then she would be like, had to pee, and she would just scurry off to the bathroom. Always have a stool in your bathroom, and have it accessible or light enough for the child to be able to bring it to the toilet to get up on, so that they can get on the toilet and go pee. Another thing is commit to no diapers at nighttime. You will have a few wet beds, so make sure you have a mattress protector. But it's important to remove that diaper at nighttime, because what I was originally doing was letting her sleep in a diaper at nighttime. But then I realized when she has the diaper on, she thinks it's okay to go in the diaper. So she may not want to get out of bed to go pee, or she may be so relaxed knowing that she has a diaper on, so if she pees, it's not a big deal. So once I took that diaper off at nighttime, I realized she trained quicker than when she had it on. So once I committed to actually potty training her and staying on her, and I realized that I was the only person that was going to stay on her. If it was like a day like today where I'm not around because I'm filming, I literally will stop in the middle of what I'm doing and go and be like, hey, can somebody make sure Belle goes pee right now? Because I just have this like inner sensor where I'm like, Belle needs to pee. So I would do that. And at first I was potty training her with incentives. I had chocolate and candy and all this stuff, but I slowly stopped doing that towards the end of the potty training, so that she did not think that just because she's going pee or poo, she gets a treat for it. It was just in the beginning stages of the potty training where that was necessary. I found that she was taking longer to potty train. I think because she loves sweets so much, she was taking longer to potty train because she wanted more sweets, and also because her cousins had come to visit her and they were both in diapers, and so she was seeing that they were in diapers still, and it kind of made her go backwards a bit. But once I got her back on track, it was smooth sailing. Salem was a lot easier to potty train. I potty trained her very quickly, but there was nobody for her to kind of go backwards with. And with her, I only used Kinder Surprise, and within a few weeks, Salem was good to go. Belle, on the other hand, it took months to potty train her. So you have to really remember that every child is different. Other than that, they're both outdoorsy girls. They love to be outside. They love to jump in the trampoline. They love to go on walks. They love to go to the park. They don't get much park action right now because of COVID, but it is what it is. They like to ride their bikes. Belle can actually ride a 14 or 16-inch bike, which is super cool. They both ride with their, both have training wheels on their bike, and they can ride a scooter. And I'm hoping that I'll be able to teach them how to roller skate once I finish teaching myself how to roller skate, which I'm sure those videos are going to be a hot mess, but I'm super excited to film them. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. Belle is also a really good big sister to Miss Nola. I was worried about Belle at first because I thought that she would be jealous when I brought Nola home, or be like a middle child, but Belle kind of follows Salem's footsteps a lot. So if Salem is being lovey with Nola, Belle will also be lovey with Nola. So that worked to our benefit. Other than that, Belle is definitely way more introverted and independent than her sister, Salem. Belle will go off by herself and play by herself and not need anybody to play with her, which is how I was as a baby. Versus Salem, if she's upstairs in her room and Belle is downstairs in the living room, Salem will start to call up called downstairs to Belle for Belle to come and play with her because she doesn't want to play by herself. She doesn't want to be alone by herself, which is a trait that her grandmother exhibits. So they're definitely on two different sides of the globe, child. They have two very different personalities, and luckily their personalities work together for the most part, but there are those odd times where Salem is irritating Bellamy, and Bellamy's first instinct is pure violence. She will hit her, she will push her away, obviously, because Salem can be very in your face. And obviously if somebody is extroverted and somebody is introverted, and the extroverted person is trying to annoy the introverted person, it can cause problems. So sometimes I intervene and I let them know obviously hitting is not okay, but other times I let them do what they need to do because I'm not always going to be there and they have to learn to problem solve. I'm a hands-on, hands-off mom, if that makes any sense. I think that's pretty much it for Belle. Out of the two of them, Belle definitely likes to get her hair done more than Salem. If I'm doing Salem's hair, Belle will literally push Salem out of the way so that I can do her hair. She's like, my turn. I always end up having to stop Salem's hair to do Belle's hair because Salem doesn't want to get her hair done anyway. So I just do Belle's hair, give her 2 pigtails. Matter of fact, this is very much of them hairstyle today. I give them their 2 pigtails and send them on their merry way. But yeah, other than that, they are super duper fun to be around for the most part. As long as they are happy and they are stimulated, they don't cause too much trouble. And so that's what I'm learning as their mom, because they get in trouble quite a bit, you know, but I feel like it's only when they get bored that they start to kind of act out and do what they're not supposed to do. Yesterday, my friend had come, my best friend in the whole world came to visit me, and she brought her 2 babies with her. And so all day my kids were stimulated. We started the day outside in the backyard, and then we went to the basement, and then we went up, then we came back upstairs to watch a movie, had lunch, went back outside, then went up to their room to hang out for a bit, then came downstairs, had dinner, watched some more TV. And so when they have a day full of activities, they don't give me a lot of issues. And so that's why for the rest of the summer, you guys will see me about once a week, because I am planning to stay with my babies for the whole summer and just be way more hands-on and keep them busy and preoccupied, so that in return I can get their listening skills on 10 instead of on like, their listening skills are on like, if I'm being real, I'm gonna say like 3.5, 4. Okay, that's less than half of the time that they're listening, which apparently is the norm, but I don't like it. I don't like that, and I will not accept that as the normal. Okay, is it the norm or is it the other people's norm? This is not our norm. It's not going to be our norm. I refuse to have children that do not listen or respect authority. Okay, if I'm telling you to do something bad or illegal, you need to open your ears. Okay, or like Mimi did. Anyway, that is pretty much that on Salem and Bellamy. Now let's talk about the one and only Miss Nola. So Nola, by the time you see this, will be 3 months, and she is definitely flourishing. Okay, I have one bone to pick, Miss Nola, and that is that she loves Han way too much. She wants to be in Han all the time. I cannot find my body wrap anywhere. I've been wearing it up until a week and a half ago, and now all of a sudden it's done disappeared. Nobody knows where it is, so I'm gonna have to go check my car. But she loves to be in Han, and she wants you to stand, and my back hurts and my arms hurt and I'm in pain, and I do not like this dynamic we have going on here. It's very problematic. I can tell she's gonna be a little bit more like Salem because she loves when you're in her face. She loves to talk. She coos so much, and she's always smiling and giggling, and like, she is the cutest little thing. She loves to eat, of course, but she's been really good with sleeping, and I thank God for this every day, because Nola is kind of on my other girl's schedule. So she will go to sleep pretty much at like 9:30, 10 o'clock, and she sleeps through the night. There's the rare occasion that I have to like pop my boob in her mouth and she's staying sleeping while she's eating, But other than that, she's not one of those babies that is up at like 4 o'clock in the morning and like making me rock her and stuff. Like, no. She fights her sleep in the daytime and she sleeps throughout the night. So that's why in the daytime it's been a little problematic. But there's other times where she will take a nap. It's just that the girls are so loud and she has a struggle with napping in the daytime. Somebody's always waking her up by accident, of course. They don't really know how to keep the volume level down. Nola struggles to sleep in the day, but in turn, I get a full night's rest. Not that I'm not tired when I wake up anyway, but at least I'm not up all night with a crying newborn, you know? Other than that, her eyes have not turned color yet, so I'm assuming they're just gonna be blue or green. And I say that because the other two, their eyes had changed to brown by like 1 month or 2 months in. We're about to hit 3 months and they're still not changing. Other than that, she does have her first 2 shots. She was very upset at the doctor when she got her first immunizations, and she has cradle cap, and turns out the rash that she had was it was a diaper rash, but then it turned into a yeast rash, which is common in newborns. And so my problem with this, and I want to sue the pants off of somebody, child, because my problem with this is that because of COVID-19, I could not get an appointment at the doctor. They did like a phone call with me, and then they had me send pictures to the doctor's email. I could not send a full picture of my child's front, okay, obviously. So I sent the inner thigh area of the picture. They said it looks like eczema. They were very wrong. It was a yeast rash. And so for 2 months, my child was suffering with this rash. I had no idea it was a yeast rash and was not treating it. I was putting A&D ointment. I was doing hydrocortisone and zinc and Vaseline and all these things, and nothing was helping this freaking rash, and it just kept spreading and spreading and going bigger. It's on her neck, it's in her armpits, and she has cradle cap, not related, but her whole entire crotch area was looking like some zombie thing, and I'm just like, what is going on? And so I finally get to her 2-month appointment to go get her shots done. And when the doctor looks at the rash in person now, it's not eczema, it's a yeast rash. And this explains why my child had been so restless, because she's freaking itchy. And the rash is spreading and she can't do anything about it, so she would just cry. And we were like, oh my gosh, like what is wrong with the baby? So finally, when I got the appointment, I was pissed. I was like, wow. And the doctor was like, yeah, just go to the store and get Canestin and still use the zinc cream on her and it will clear up. And so that's what I had to do for the last little while. So it's not fully gone yet. Yeast rashes take a little bit longer than a regular diaper rash. Big issue with COVID, because if there was no COVID, I would have been able to go to the doctor the first time that I called 2 weeks into having a baby. She had the rash. I called the doctor to get an appointment, and because of COVID, they don't want so much traffic in and out of the office. So I wasn't able to go in, and they diagnosed her wrong. And I'm like, how is this okay? Anyway, that is basically what's going on with her rash. Her cradle cap is really bad, and somebody made it worse. They asked me if they could put baby oil on Nola's head, and I had said no, but I wasn't thinking that I needed to explain why I said no. The reason I had said no originally was because I had put baby oil on her cradle cap and I realized it was a mistake. And so when I told this person not to do it, they did it anyway. And her head looks crazy right now. So I'm dealing with that. I'm dealing with her other rash. I'm like, if I was Nola, I would be cussing, because I'm like, I came to this earth and I was fine before, you know, and now I'm here and I have a bag of problems. I'm itchy, I'm stinky. This is not okay under any circumstances. I would be so mad if I was Miss Nola. But we are trying our best as her parents to solve every problem that she has right now, because she is just a helpless little baby. So yeah, other than that, she's super alert, of course. I hear her crying right now. She's not happy. She does not care for formula. I use a Hacka pump. I don't use a manual or like a, what's it called, electric pump anymore. I use a Hacka pump, and so I pumped out some milk for her, but I guess she don't want it out the bottle, child, so she's down there screaming her head off, doing the most. She definitely just wants to nurse and sleep, but she does this every day where she just refuses to go to sleep if she wants me, and then as soon as she gets me, she knocks out. So that's Miss Nola. So she's definitely on brand with her sisters with doing the most. Let's have a toast. They all do the most, but I mean, hey, look at their mom, okay? I do the most as well. I actually don't. I do the bare minimum. I do the bare minimum and make it look like the most. Yes, honey. Finesse, okay? Work smarter, not harder. But yeah, other than that, I'll give you a quick little update on myself. Because, I mean, why not? People keep trying to speak babies on me. And I'm like, sis, like, I know I'm fertile. Fertile myrtle. But I'm good on that. Like, I'm good. I'm so good on that I got my birth control prescription. Now, I didn't get it filled, but I also have not did the hanky panky because I am so scared that if I do, I will end up pregnant again. And there's only so many times that I can say God's plan, okay? I have to be responsible. So, because I'm breastfeeding, the doctor prescribed me the mini pill. So I'm going to read this to you because even with this thing, I feel like I'm going to need a whole lot of other contraceptives to go with it. So this is a progestin-only birth control pill. The mini pill is an oral contraceptive that contains the hormone progestin. Unlike combination birth control pills, the mini pill, also known as progestin-only pill, doesn't contain estrogen. Oh, thank God. I say thank God because the estrogen pills make you gain weight. They make you do the most. We don't want that because I'm already considering liposuction. That's how serious I am about not having any more kids. I want like laser lipo, okay? There's some fat in the tummy area. It's not sitting well with my spirit, okay? Not a BBL, just the tummy fat. That's it. Anyway, I'm too scared for the anesthesia, child. I cannot. Anyway, the progestin dose is a mini pill. The progestin dose in a mini pill is lower than the progestin dose in a combination birth control pill. The mini pill thickens cervical mucus and thins the lining of the uterus, preventing sperm from reaching the egg. The mini pill also suppresses ovulation, but not consistently. For maximum effectiveness, you must take the mini pill at the same time every day. Is not as effective. You have to take it literally same time every day. So like maybe if you set an alarm and take it at that time every day, girl, walk with it on your person so that you're not like out and then your alarm goes off and you're like, oh crap, my birth control. Like you literally have to keep it on you so that I'm feeling safer. Okay. We about to be like Bia, okay? Obviously breastfeeding is not the only reason that you would end up taking the mini pill. There's other health things that you could be going through why you would take the mini pill, but there are certain risks associated with this mini pill, and I'm gonna let y'all know what it is. Now, everybody's like, oh, why don't you do the NuvaRing? Oh, why don't you do IUD? Because people in my family have been unsuccessful with these devices, okay? They have gotten pregnant on these devices, and I do not want to end up this way. When I took birth control in 2013, I think, it worked, okay? It worked effectively. I was on tricycline low, but that was regular birth control. And also, it obviously just wasn't God's plan for me to have a baby just yet. So it says, it's estimated that as many as 13, okay? 13 out of 100 women who use the mini pill will get pregnant in a year of use. I don't have the time, okay? If I'm taking this pill, it better be super duper effective. I don't know what other methods of contraception I'm gonna end up using with the mini pill, but I'm not okay with 13% of women getting pregnant on this pill. I don't want to be that person, and I don't want to have to revisit this video and be like, what did I tell y'all? The failure rate of the mini pill is thought to be higher than that of other hormonal contraceptive methods. In addition, the mini pill won't protect you from STIs. Well, we all know that. If you become pregnant while taking the mini pill, there is a slightly higher chance that the fertilized egg will implant outside of the uterus. So an ectopic pregnancy, which is very painful. Like, these are not side effects that I'm down for, okay? Let me tell, if the sperm gonna plant, it better plant where it's supposed to plant now, okay? However, there doesn't appear to be an increased risk of birth defects in babies born to women taking the mini pill while pregnant. So side effects are irregular menstrual bleeding, which is why I stopped taking birth control to begin with. Well, one of the reasons. Acne, breast tenderness, decreased sex drive. Oh no, honey. Well, then I ain't got nothing to worry about. Depression. No. I rebuke it in Jesus' name. I don't have time for depression either. I don't think I'm going to take this pill. What are we going to do? Am I going to have to take a vow of celibacy? I don't think so. Headaches, can't do that. Nausea, ovarian cysts. Girl, bye. This mini pill is for the ghetto. This is ghetto. I don't like this. Anyway, yeah, so I got my prescription for the mini pill, but now I have a lot to think about whether or not I'm going to be taking it or whether I need to just, like, figure something else out. Other than that, like I said, another life update is I'm contemplating laser lipo, but I haven't done enough research on it, so that's not really a guarantee, but I'm just considering it. I was looking at Cool Sculpting and I was like, you know, but this is only if I keep working out and I don't see proper results of fat burning off of my body and I've changed my eating habits. Girl, that just means these babies are taking a toll and I need to reclaim my time. Yeah, I had kids, but like I look damn good kind of tummy. You know what I mean? I already let you guys know that for the rest of the summer, I will post once a week. So that's pretty much it. Ontario has opened back up, kind of. And so I'm gonna live my best life for the rest of the summer as much as I can with my kids. Yeah, I love you all so much. And I will definitely see you in the next one.
Many times. Now last one. The end.
You read one page, Salem.
Okay, let's try it.
Okay, try again.
And this time, there was a big piggy in the basement.
Get your hands off her face. What are you doing?
Mommy.
You're a mommy? What are you doing?
I'm fixing it.
You're fixing it?
Yeah.
Are you working?
I'm working.
What are you, a nail tech?
Yeah, I am a nail tech.
Belle, you're so funny. No, why are you putting those in there?
I don't know. I'm mommy. Let's go in there.
Okay.
You're our best.
What are you eating?
2, 3, and 5. Thank you.
Is it yummy, Belle? She don't like dirt on her hands. Who made your dinner for you?
You did, Mommy. You did, Mommy.
I made it? Are you sure? Are you sure it wasn't Grandma?
It was Grandma. It was Grandma.
So was it me or was it Grandma?
It was Grandma.
Oh, okay. So it's extra yummy, huh?
Mm-hmm. I want to try with my big bucket with water. I didn't buy them for me. They're so big.
Oh, when did you learn to wink? From mommy? Give me a wink. Show me again. Open your eyes. Open them. Open, not close. Open them. Like big. Open them like this. Now wink at me. You're so funny, Belle. What is so funny, Miss Nolan? Really, guys? Let me see. Can I have some?
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're ready.
Huh?
You're ready.
I'm pretty?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you're pretty. Thank you.
Ha.
I'm Elsa? No, I'm driving in the car. That's how you drive?
Beep, beep, beep.
Beep, 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 beep. Belle, you're so funny. Oh, Grandma's finally back. You gotta go in your car seat now. You gotta go in your car seat.
Hi.
You're so cute.